Hello YouTube, it's Akais again, back with another video from the home studio, and today we have some pretty cool announcements from Akai to check out regarding the standalone versions of the MPCs. In this case I'm using the MPC Key 37 myself, but this could apply to any of the MPCs in the lineup. And the wild part about this announcement is that we're not just getting the full version of MPC 3 as a public release. It's been in public beta for a while, but now it's done, it's out. But Akai also announced this partnership between them and Native Instruments, which is crazy to someone like me. I've always thought about Native Instruments and Akai as competitors because Akai makes MPCs and Native Instruments makes this one. Machine, or in this case Machine Plus, also a standalone sampler with a lot of the same type of functionality. But I really don't know what this means for the future. Is the competition between Akai and Native Instruments over and they're going to do everything in partnership from this point forward? I doubt that's the truth, but you never know. All I know right now is that someone like me who uses the MPC platform and MPCs in standalone mode more than anything else will be able to benefit from this change in this partnership hugely. And this means that we're getting a few plugins and a few expansions from Native Instruments available to us on the MPC in standalone mode. So let's go into the plugins, let's go into the browser, and down here we can find Native Instruments, just like that. Some of these things will be available as of right now when this video drops and the entire thing launches, and some of the content will release in a couple of weeks, so keep that in mind. But right now what's going to be available is a plugin called Analog Dreams, the Play Series MPC edition, of course, also Nashed and Cloud Supply. That's going to drop right now. And also the MPC expansion called Faded Reels. Let's get into that too. Expansions over here and Faded Reels. It's kind of crazy. Well, keep in mind that those are just some of the sounds available in this specific expansion from Native Instruments for the MPC platform. More will come in the future. But now let's jump into some of the plugins too, because that's really exciting. Let's go for Cloud Supply and load it up again on the MPC Key 37 with 2 gigs of RAM, full real-time, and I'm not sure that this is the final build that I'm working on. Could be some kind of beta or whatever, but let's load it up and see how long it takes. Gonna take a little bit of time because it's a lot of stuff to be loaded in there with the graphical interface and all. There it is. I started talking about stuff, but there it is. Cool. Edit, and here we are. We have this first homepage with a lot of cool animations and stuff. We can go into edit, we can adjust things in layer A or layer B, set up a matrix, also different pages, add effects, or adjust the settings for the aftertouch. So as you can see, everything is nice and snappy, and it works just like all the other plugins for the MPC. The Hype Synth or Jura or Mini-D or whatever, it's pretty much the same type of functionality, but of course a different type of sound and a different graphical interface and all that. Now, what's going on here is that the MPC itself runs this MPC edition version of said software. So this doesn't mean that you're going to be able to install any old Native Instruments plugin on your standalone MPC or run a full version of Contact. You know, that's just not what it is. Instead, someone from Native Instruments talked to someone from Akai and they developed this thing together to make these instruments compatible with the MPC platform. And that's cool enough as it is. Right now we have Analog Dreams, Cloud Supply, and Nashed, or Nacht, or however that's supposed to be pronounced, available for separate purchase. And that needs to be pointed out. because these plugins require a separate purchase per instance. Even if you might own a copy of Analog Dream since before and you run it on your DAW, you're not going to be able to use the same license for the MPC hardware. It's just two different systems and two different builds of the same thing. And these plugins goes for $29 each, and the Native Instruments expansions for the MPC system goes for $39 per expansion. Let's use an instance of Nashed as well, and let's go into the edit page, and that one looks like that. Kind of similar with the automation and stuff, and also the same type of layout with layer A and layer B, and you're able to mix between them, like so. Or let's move into a bass sound. Let's take one of these ones. And now let's morph between A and B. That's A. So obviously I haven't used this synth a lot myself, but I am a big fan of this Play series from Native Instruments. I just think it gives you access to a lot of cool and advanced sound designing techniques without having to go through a lot of menus and understanding each and every little thing that goes into a synthesizer. To me, it's just nice and accessible. And having it in the form factor of a standalone MPC, I don't know, it just makes so much sense. So essentially there's a bunch of new things to check out for your MPC, and the fact that it comes from Akai together with Native Instruments is still kind of crazy to me. They are collaborating somehow, which is really, really cool to see. And everything we talked about today, all the expansions and all the plugins that are available today or that's coming up in a couple of weeks, is all going to be compatible with MPC 3 and nothing else, which is kind of a thing. And MPC 3 is a version of the MPC software that runs on the standalone versions of the MPCs. It doesn't run on the MPC software on the computer, at least not right now, and I don't know anything about what they're planning. So if you've been a little bit on the fence about updating to MPC 3 because it's been in this weird beta stage for a while and you don't really trust it or whatever, that's fine. But now I think it's time to actually take the leap and update. The update is free for anyone with an MPC, and it's compatible with all these new additions. And I guess that says something about the future. I don't know what though, but you know what I'm saying. And I guess that's about it as far as this announcement video goes. I've shown you a little bit of the functionality of the different things, and I'm really excited to dig deeper into this myself. My next project in here will probably be to make as much music as possible with these new instruments. Honestly, I haven't really had the opportunity to dive deeper into everything and start working on a complete production with all new sounds from this collaboration thing with Native Instruments, but hopefully I'm going to be able to use 10 instances of these new plugins and just stress test the living crap out of my MPC Key 37 and see what it can and maybe what it can't do. I haven't had that opportunity yet, but I haven't seen any dropouts in RAM or anything so far. But that's for another video. For this one, I think we're done. So thanks a lot for watching, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Until then, ha det gott!
Accurate beats.